Hey everyone, Tony with Team Full Assignment here to do a product review on this year's new Hunter's Kloak Mister and Rouser. These products came out earlier this year and we were fortunate enough to have them send us a couple to try out and give our reviews on them. First off, the Mister right here runs on a rechargeable lithium battery. Lasts up to anywhere from 14 hours down to about 4 hours. The Mister right here has a cartridge opening which you can fit your cartridges, such as this earth scent, into the Mister, and cartridges in this machine right here by simply sliding it in, making sure you hear the click the bottom till it's sealed, press the power button, and simply starts going in mist. The times can vary anywhere from 6, 9, and 15 seconds. So the longer the variation on the time there, the longer the Mister will last. You can also buy several different types of scents, such as the cover scent pine, which I use quite frequently based on where I hunt. Earth scent, which is in the Mister as of right now, and several others such as cedar, sugar beets, apples, there's sweet corn. Along with those, caps come resealable, as you can see there. Always make sure to put your caps back on so the wick that is hidden on the cartridges right there does not dry out. Otherwise that won't soak up that moisture through and out the machine. Well, they came out with a first generation 2 years ago. Had some problems with the cartridges not locking into the machine and letting it spray, always giving you an error code, or the machine just simply wouldn't spray. As Gen 2 came out, it's worked flawlessly. Haven't had one bit of issue with any of the scents we put in there. The function of it, battery lasts a long time. I haven't had to charge this more than maybe twice all season. It seems to be very stoutly built. It's made of that really hard plastic. Recharges by the USB port right here on the side. The next product that we're going to talk about here is just brand new this year, is the Rouser. It's basically a Mister with 2 ports where you can put 2 different cartridges in, as you can see here. Slide them both in, slides into this pan, clicks into place, seal the sides. And the Mister, you can see right there, or on the Rouser, your power, and you can select your time settings for each one of the scents that you put in there. With the Rouser as well, it can be charged with the same USB port as the Mister. With the Rouser, they also came out this year with a buck and doe urine that works. It works fairly well. The doe urine, which is also an estrus, it's got a pretty good smell to it. It soaks up a lot of the scent on the machine through this plastic right here. Soaks up a lot of that buck urine or that doe and estrus scent, and it makes that thing stink. I had to use some alcohol wipes and some scent away to try to knock the smell down. It's still on the machine, but I strictly use it for either the doe and estrus or the buck urine with that machine. Now the pros and cons for the Rouser. Pros are 2 scents. Also comes with a remote control, which is very nice to control from your stand, whether you want one scent on, one scent off, both running at the same time. Has a remote. It's in my pack right now, but it's remote control, which is very nice. It's up to 160 feet, and it does work. Some days it varies in the distance, but for the most part it works. It could be I guess we'll start with the cons. With the cons, it could be a little bit smaller, but obviously you got to make room if you're going to use 2 of the scents in there. The cartridges are fairly big. with that. Other con we talked about earlier was that if you use the doe or buck urine, it soaks into this plastic. You gotta clean it, so you're kind of stuck with that a little bit. And the last thing, which these aren't all super negative things, but they can be corrected. The only negative I had is that green light when you turn it on. It's at low light, or when you're first starting off your hunt in the morning, it's pretty bright. Way I fix that is I use black electrical tape right over it. You're never seen it that. So that's an easy fix. Now going back to the mister right here. Now the pros and cons of the mister. Let's start off with the pros. Definitely covers your scent. You can definitely smell whatever type of cover scent or attractants you use in them. Nice thing about it too is I've used this as a yardage marker. You can see the red lights when they are on. It's going to blink right now, letting me know there's no cartridge, but those lights will stay on. It helps out seeing in those low light conditions my yardage. So if I set this at 20, I know it's there. Use it as a attractant on the trails. Also, with a cover scent, wind's not working with me, I'll put a little bit of that out, and it seems to do a fairly good job of covering up my scent. I mean, it's hard to beat the deer's nose, so it's been a very good machine. There's nothing really that we have any complaints about. The only thing is, I would highly suggest not putting any of the deer scents in the mister. I would simply just use the cover scents and attractants. Misters worked very well for us, no matter what the temperature. This year it got fairly cold in here in Michigan, but not enough to make this thing stop. Only one thing I had a little issue with, which wasn't a big deal, is on those super cold mornings, the scent won't carry as far, but it still laid it on. Cons with this machine. Sucks through a little bit of the scent cartridges pretty fast. I try to run it anywhere between the 15 and 9-second mark, depending on what kind of wind I've got that day. Also, just got to keep wiping it down periodically to get all that scent off. It's not a huge deal. Batteries charges long, so there's no issue with the batteries. The connection issue from the Gen 1 to the Gen 2 has been corrected. Works much better. Thanks for watching the review on the Hunter's Kloak Mister and Rouser. Continue to follow Team Full Assignment on our Facebook, Instagram, and our new page on YouTube channel coming out in 2019. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it.